Let's see if I have any service at all right now. What is going on? And from the live chat. So definitely a lot of technical difficulties on this live stream right now. I am in the canyons with my Rubicon, and of course, there's no service like anywhere. So yeah, I thought it'd be really fun to do a live stream from the canyons, but while I was up there, I realized I couldn't get any service, and so I had to drive back down and stream a lower vantage point. What's going on, guys? Got some mud on there. Afternoon, everybody. What's going on? Sorry for the late live stream. I returned to civilization just for you guys. 54 people and only one like? What is going on? There's horses everywhere around me. So there's like ranches, and there's all the mountains up here. Rubicon got it dirty. Playing with my tripod right now. So of course my tripod is at like the most awkward height. Hold on, guys. What's the cylinder count? They only make 6-cylinder Rubicons, I think. Well, not anymore. Nowadays it's a bit different. 1 second, let me get my coffee. They used to only make 4.0 Rubicons. Now you can get a 4-cylinder Rubicon, but let's be honest, the JLs aren't real Rubicons. So anyway, guys, like let's get this started. Why not? I'm parked on the side of the road. I know it's kind of weird, but you got a cool landscape behind me. I wanted to show you some of the trails and stuff, but there's absolutely zero reception. So of course my iPhone isn't gonna work up there. I have a question for anybody in the stream. Do any of you have any experience with the WeBoost systems? Because I know some dudes that do the overlanding do the WeBoost cell boosters, and I know they get reception when they're out on the trail. So I was thinking of getting a WeBoost antenna for my Jeep, and then that way I can actually like interact with you guys while I'm out and about. So let's do kind of a little walk around. Speaking of antennas, I was looking at this thing and I was like, I should tell them about this. Yeah, this is my CB. This is my CB antenna. Obviously spare tire. Got a rack up here for my jerry cans if I'm going on a long trek. I have a 5-gallon jerry can that I keep up here. Got cold brew. Let's see, snorkel, sealed air box, so that this is the intake. Everybody thinks this is exhaust. So weird. Intake, ditch light, Baja Designs, winch. Not trying to expose my license plate here. Warren winch, 9,500 pounds. Again, more Baja Design lights everywhere. And heck yeah, man. What's my CB call sign? My handle is Sam Spade. You guys want to talk to me? Wrist check. Let's do a wrist check. I typically wait for 100 people to do a wrist check, and there's 93. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. If you don't mind, I'm going to crack into my cold brew. No Vietnamese coffee up here in the canyons. Cheers, everybody. So, one walker says Sam Spade is from the Maltese Falcon. Exactly. So, brew check. Today I'm drinking Starbucks Premium Cold Brew in a glass bottle, a little bottle. Salute. L'chaim. So there's 95 people, 5 more, and I'll do a wrist check, guys. And then I'll show you some more stuff in the Jeep. Jay's here, Dean's here, Jason Greaves is here, Matt. Matt, I always do a wrist check at 100 people. Christopher Anderson, who's been asking for the wrist check. 6 Killer, 2121. Sebastian T saying, don't forget to like, guys. 99 people, 1 more? 101! Heck yeah, okay. Wrist check time, my dudes. Everybody, what are you wearing? It is time for the wrist check. Bringing you up close, gonna flip this around. I am wearing the new Boulder Venture Titanium. It has an ETA quartz movement in it, so this thing is literally the field watch that you would take out and actually beat on, because again, no mechanical. It can take a hit, it can take a good knock. I'm testing this, I'm reviewing it, but I never do a review unless I actually spend time playing with the watch, you know, and using the watch. So Boulder Venture, so far what I like, very, very usable size. Okay, even on this 2-piece NATO strap from Wrist Candy Watch Club, look at that. Very, 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 very thin on my wrist. It goes under the, guys, it slides under the cuff of my sweatshirt. Okay, that's how thin it is. Solid titanium case, so very light. Sapphire crystal. Again, I love, believe it or not, I do love that this one is quartz, because this is a field watch I would have no qualms beating on. Has very good loom so far, I'm noticing, and it has a 100 meter water resistance rating. So 100 meter water resistance rating. Unfortunately, that's a better spec than my hammy. So would have loved my hammy to have 100 meter water resistance rating, but whatever. Kind of a weird angle in my Jeep. Let's talk more about the Jeep, shall we? Little walk around here. It's fun to get out and get dirty, so you know. And guys, get Baja Designs for any of your Jeep or any auxiliary lighting, honestly. Baja Designs are the only people that do mine. And yeah, best ever. Honestly, best ever. So yeah, well, that's what I have on my wrist, guys. Travis says, nice Jeep. I drive a 2014 JKU Rubicon on 35s. This is a 2006 TJ Rubicon on 35s. Good question. Freedom Van says, why Baja Designs? Sorry, my beard is kind of crazy right now. I'm going to use this one as an example. So most auxiliary lighting is done with plastic housings. Okay, Baja Designs uses full metal housings. You see these fins? This is like a heat sink. So you can run these hard, run these a long time, and the heat will dissipate and you won't get any deformation or, God forbid, any heat damage. Fully serviceable. You can change out these Lenses, although I've never broken one or even heard of anyone breaking them. Incredibly light, incredibly bright, and yeah, I don't know why anybody would go anywhere but Baja Designs. Now, the issue with Baja Designs is they are pricey. They're one of the more expensive companies. They're not a company that you'll find, on eBay getting like 4 packs for like $500. No, 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 no. These are pretty expensive lights, but for something that you rely on and something that you use, it's worth spending a little extra money on them. Shinobi. This coffee is actually not very good, guys. I just realized right now that it says cold brew and then it says black sweetened. I thought this was just their cold brew black, and this tastes really bad. Great. My day's freaking ruined. James K says Jory not liking the coffee equals a longer live stream. Brian LP says, love those green mountains, almost as verdant as the beard. Jim Lau's wearing a tuna, SBBN 033. Andrew Hanman, certified T3 bot. Yeah, N6 killer. Both of these coffees are really, really bad. Or I'm sorry, this coffee. I said both of these. There's two people that were saying the coffee is bad, and I'm agreeing. I like Starbucks cold brew. I don't know what the heck is going on. I really like Starbucks cold brew, but this is like, it says sweetened. It says black and sweetened. I don't get it. It's really bad. Cold brew coffee sucks. Get a Jetboil Java. Jetboil is sick. Jetboil is awesome. Sometimes you fill up gas and pick up some coffee. This says cold brew. It looks black, and then it says black here. I took a sip and realized it says black sweetened. How does that make sense? If coffee is sweetened, it is not black. Okay, coffee rant, guys. Welcome to the coffee live stream. Coffee Q&A. Matt Barnett, would you read a paper I'm going to be writing on watches, like for school or something? You can email it to me, Jory at thesimpleconsultant.com. I'm probably not going to proofread it. I don't know if you'd want me to proofread it, but I'll go take a look for sure. Ramiro Puente Jr. live stream sounds horrible, bro. Sorry, so sorry. Can't really do anything about that. Mark Klein, White Mountains for Jory. Yeah, I was in our version of some White Mountains a couple weeks ago when I was in San Bernardino. Right now I'm in Santa Clarita, and this is some Green Mountains. Ooh, Matt, for his master's degree. Yeah, go ahead, send it over, man. Matt asks, different Matt says, what made you decide on the Jeep? Well, my dad had a Jeep when he was dating my mom. He used to show me pictures of it. He had a CJ Golden Eagle, and that was the coolest thing ever. And I have always tried to like mimic my dad growing up, essentially. That is my goal in life. So I thought Jeeps were just super duper badass. And when you think of their history, it's kind of like the Hamilton khaki field watch, right? They won wars. So, yeah, it's just a really badass vehicle. And to my point exactly, Joshua says, be a man, buy a Raptor. It is probably not a coincidence that Joshua's thumbnail, his avatar, is Monster. a Monster Energy drink logo. That makes total sense. You probably have Fox Racing shocks or King shocks, and you try to race people in their Civics. That's what people with Raptors do. People with Jeeps actually go out on trails and they do stuff. People with Raptors race Civics on the street. But why did I decide on the Jeep? It's a smaller vehicle. It's very, very capable. I thought it was cool having a 6-cylinder, although I would have loved the AMC V8. They obviously don't make that anymore. And this is a Rubicon, man. So lockers front and rear, low gears, Dana 44. Sebastian T says, what about the classic Defender? Defender is sick. I'm not one of these dudes, and Josh, I'm ragging on you. I'm not one of these guys that is like Jeep only, hates everything else. I actually think that the old Land Rovers are sick. When they did the Camel Classic, if you guys remember the Land Rover Camel Classic, where that was kind of the beginning of overlanding. And so, yeah, I grew up watching those on VHS and catching them on TV when they would be played for a little bit. And so love Land Rovers, Tacomas, Toyotas are badass. The Defenders are freaking sick. You know what I'm really into right now? Which is funny. Connie always jokes about it. You know those Mercedes Sprinter vans that they make in 4-wheel drive? I would love to throw a set of all-terrain tires, get a solar panel on top, retrofit the inside so that you can just like go van camping in a Mercedes Sprinter. That would be awesome. Andrew, I do not like the FJ though. I like the Toyota Tacomas. I don't like the FJs. But someone asked me what I think about 6-cylinder versus 4-cylinder Jeeps. I would get 6-cylinder if it's the 4.0 straight. If it's the 4.0 straight cylinder, that's probably the best engine Jeep has ever made. Straight 6-cylinder, you're getting a lot of torque. You can hit it with a hammer. It's a very easy engine to work on and upkeep. And knock on wood, I've had this since 2006. Zero issues at all. Milcom says, at Joe Ross, a T3 bot is what Jory calls the people who have hit the join button on his YouTube channel. TTT, the time teller, equals T3. Thank you, Milcom. You're doing a good reader. Yeah, guys, for those of you, I don't know, for anyone that's new here, if you want to be a certified T3 bot like James K, like my boy Brian LP, like other people in this, Embro is in here. All you got to do is go to my channel. Next to all of my videos, there's a join button. You click that button, and you can. It's essentially Patreon, right? Patreon exists because YouTube does a very bad job paying their content creators unless you're in the inner circle. And so Patreon was like, yo, let's go ahead and allow content creators community support them. Well, YouTube was smart and they're like, wait. Why don't we just have our own service and get more of the cut? So if you click that join button, it's $4 a month. You help me out. For instance, one of my tripods actually just broke, so I'm going to have to buy another tripod for my studio. And that's my certified T3 bots helping me out. So things like studio upkeep as far as like equipment, maybe buying a lens, maybe buying some lighting, stuff like that. You guys help me out a ton. So thank you so much. Random user 221 says, again, because of you, I will get me the Seiko Presage Fuyugashiki. Really cool dress watch. So thanks again for the coverage. Dude, that's an amazing watch to choose. I keep it on the bracelet, but I saw a picture on Instagram of a Fayuga Shiki on a really nice leather strap, and it looks amazing. So yeah, I wore mine on Valentine's Day with a suit, no big deal, with a little bit of a suit, and it was like a nice dress watch with a little pizzazz, a little bling, if you will, with that bracelet. But if you feel that on a leather, woo, you're getting some elegance. Feel me? Elegance. Wayma says, any thoughts on the Jeep Gladiator? It is sick. Upan says, don't want to give a cent to YouTube. I don't blame you. I can't force anybody to pay YouTube. All I can say is when you do join my channel and you become a channel member, I do get some of the funds. It's $4 a month. I think I have like 30 channel members right now. So you guys really do help, honestly, because again, Google, YouTube, they're not super generous with their payouts. So James K says Jory also accepts direct donations. I do not. I do not. I do not. Taekwondo Chad says best $4 you'll ever spend in cap locks, which means he is screaming that at the top of his lungs right now. Freedom Van says Jory, need more marshmallow talk. Oh right, I forgot. This is a marshmallow channel. We talk about marshmallows here. Now I'm gonna take a sip. Notice how I don't sip this. I have not been drinking this very much. This is terrible coffee. I can hear you guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Tell me if you guys can. Am I good? You guys read me? I could see all your comments, by the way. So we're Gucci. Awesome. It must have been buffering. Taekwondo says all the rattlesnakes interfere with the interwebs. YouTube did a strike on me. Cowboy Swami missed a super chat by accident. Let me know what I missed. Sorry, things are getting frozen, and I'm not in the best location for service right now. So I apologize if I've missed any super chats, guys. Eddie says, hey, Jody, Submariner no date or Explorer 2 Polar? I'm not Jody. This is the Time Teller channel. You can check out Just One More Watch if you want to talk to Jody, though. He's a cool guy. My name's Jory. Let's see. I would say Rolex Explorer 2 Polar. I think that's a much more unique watch. I think the no date sub is kind of boring, to be honest. I prefer date sub. That's why I have a 16800, obviously with a date. But I don't think between those two watches, I don't think that there's even a question there. I think the 16570 Polar is the watch to get. Milcom the moderator asks if I have any experience with Zinn watches, or Zinn in German, Zinn watches. I think they're really solid. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The 556 I think is a really cool watch. I almost said round. Shh, can't talk about that on YouTube, guys. The Zinn 556 is a really cool watch. Wristwatch YouTube, not talking about anything else. Because it has crown guards. It's very easy to read. It's a solid little field watch. Although between the Zinn 556 and the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot, I go Big Crown Pro Pilot every time, personally. But Zinn makes really good watches. Someone asked me if I have experience with ball watches. I have zero experience with ball. I need to get one on the site. When I make a PO box, if you guys could send me one, if you guys have one, I know some of you own them. If I set up a PO box, would you guys be willing to send me some watches to review that you have? I think that would be fun because some of you guys have ball watches. Would I wear an Invicta if I was given a Raptor? I think the Raptor is a cool truck. I just think there's no comparison between that and a Jeep. Joshua, what do I think of the Royal Oak? So the Royal Oak. Wait, I'm reading comments, guys. People have asked if I went to Utah. Yeah, I have been to Utah. It's actually beautiful. What do I think about the Royal Oak? The Royal Oak is a watch that I've done a 360 on. I said this in my last live stream. So I really liked it at first. I thought it was very industrial, very sharp, very sleek. Then I got really bored of it because it turned into Tudor and the Black Bay. It was like the Black Bay before the Black Bay, where for some reason AP could only make Royal Oak after Royal Oak after Royal Oak after Royal Oak after Royal Oak, and I got very, very sick of it. So then, I don't know, it's grown on me again. It's grown on me. I kind of like the industrial sleekness. And then the opposite has happened with the Patek Nautilus. The Patek Nautilus I really liked, and now I'm just sick of it. Now I hate it. Brian LP with the super chat. Again, I'm so sorry if I missed any super chats earlier. What would be your two modern Rolex rotations? So if I could get two modern Rolexes, what would they be? Probably a two-tone Everose Datejust, because they're modern, guys. So I would, I think every one of my Rolexes is vintage. Technically, to be considered vintage in the commodity world, they have to be 30 years old or more. So technically, my 16570 isn't considered a vintage item yet, but it's from 1998. So hear me out. I would typically, I like the dimensions of vintage Rolex. Okay, that's my preference. However, because the question and the stipulation was modern, I would pick a two-tone Everose Datejust. I think that's just interesting. With a chocolate dial. I think that's just, I don't know. I think it's just a really interesting watch. And then I would pick the Batman, probably, and just wear the Batman. Milcom says, press like to apologize. If you came late, hit the like button. Oh, God, why do I keep drinking this? This is so bad. I've already drank so much of it already, I feel like. I'm almost halfway. Ugh. What happened to the time away live stream? I'm still setting stuff up for that channel. I'm still trying to film content and get my editing schedule down for that channel. But starting next week, we're going to do the time away on Thursdays. Remember, guys, the Thursday live stream is not going to be on this channel anymore. It's going to be on the time away channel. And there's going to be a lot more Jeep content because I'm going to start filming more reviews on products here. Andrew Hannum, Andrew Hannum, certified T3 bot says, already hit that like button. You guys need to as well. Embro, certified T3 bot says, BLNR all the way. BLNR. Great Loco says, the Batman rocks. Brian LP, certified T3 bot says, a fine choice, Jory. Mine is the GMT Pepsi and the OP39 white. Yeah, man. Milcom, the moderator, says, is the T3 opening theme song original music? You know what? We got to ask my editor because he did that. He found that and did that. He gave me a few options and I was like, dang, that is sick. Andrew, I try my best to pronounce everyone's name correctly, so I'm glad I got yours right. Unfortunately, I get a lot of things wrong, though. So my apologies. Chico says, not a fan of Rolex. Sorry. Hey, man, different strokes for different folks. Joshua says, what's your Grail watch? You know what? I have a lot of Grail watches, being a watch enthusiast. I think I'm going to go with the Creator Aichi 2. I think that's a watch. It's out of my reach right now, guys, to be perfectly honest. I can't afford a $56,000 watch because that's what it's going for right now. Maybe if I sold everything and just lived in my Jeep, I'd probably have to sell my Jeep too to buy that watch. But yeah, Creator Aichi 2. That's an amazing watch. I will own one. I will own one, guys. I promise you, I will own one. Our Escape. What do I think of the Batman Parnas? I don't really like Parnas. I'm not a big fan of companies that make homages only. It's probably a solid watch. I have a friend that owns a Parnas, like a Panerai Parnas. It's just unoriginal. I don't know. I don't know why you'd devote a company to homages when you can use all that manufacturing know-how to build a beautiful original piece or a unique piece. William J says, need 34 more likes. Sir Reginald Penbottom, certified T3 bot, a new certified T3 bot, says you can download the song from YouTube's royalty-free library. That's true. That's probably where he got it. Milcom the moderator says, I bought an unbranded Parnas Flieger, or Flieger, however you want to say it. I say Flieger. It keeps time better than my automatic Seikos, which makes me really sad. Yeah, sometimes it happens, man. Bingo Knows asks, do you think an 18-year-old kid really appreciates a Rolex? I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question. I don't think you can make generalizations based on metrics like that, right? Like, how do I know what I appreciated at 18 years old was probably very different than what another person appreciated at 18 years old. So I think everyone can. I think it's possible. When I was 18, I thought watches were really cool. When I thought 18, I thought Jeeps were really cool. I had this Jeep when I was 18. And I appreciated it. I probably appreciate it now even more because I realize I've been through so much with it and it's still ticking. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think an 18-year-old can appreciate Rolex, right? I think it just depends what you're into, man. Reading more comments, everyone. James K, certified T3 bot, says, Jory, what's your worst watch accident? Very good question. Probably my. So you got. Yeah, I know. I know I have mud on my mirror. You want to see even more mud? Oh, this coffee's so bad, guys. My worst watch accident. Well, my Rolex Bubbleback 2940, a watch from 1940. I took a freaking wrist shot picture of it. Daniel, what's going on? I took a wrist shot picture of it for Instagram. This happened. I made a video about it. This was early on in my channel, probably over a year ago. Took a picture. The second I finished taking the picture, I had a spring bar failure and my life flashed before my eyes. My little 2940 tumbled to the pavement. Crystal first. Broke the crystal and got it fixed. original Rolex crystal everything. So it's, you know, it's all good now. Got it regulated, internals all good, everything's kosher. But that was lame. That was really lame. Travis Watts, get this. I'm gonna blow everyone's mind on this live stream right now. Okay, Cowboy Swami, real quick. Cowboy Swami, super chat. What's the durability limit on mechanicals? I think it depends on the mechanical, and I think it depends on how it's being used, right? I think certain mechanical watches have different or different limits, right? Especially when it comes to how the movement is set in the case. But anyway, how I'm gonna blow your mind. Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind. I've had this watch. I'm the only owner, first and only owner. TJ Rubicon 4.0 straight six from 2006. All right. I have just under 45,000 miles. Super low mileage. How did I keep it that low? Well, in New Hampshire, everything's pretty close by. It's a very small state. So I didn't drive that much in New Hampshire, right? And this was my only car, but I didn't drive that much in New Hampshire. So the mileage was low. Then I had it shipped to Los Angeles when I moved out here. And then when I moved out here, I got a second car to drive on the highway. So I put all the mileage on that car. Now my daily driver is my STI, my 2019 STI Limited, which is a sick car. I love that car. And so this, I just drive on the weekends when I want to get out of the city. And yeah, so I'm very lucky to keep, I've kept this really low mileage. That's not the goal, to keep it low mileage. My goal is to drive this thing forever. It just so happens that I've been able to keep it low mileage because I've had a second car. Yep, Andrew, I daily drove this Jeep from 2006 to like 2013. I daily drove this Rubicon. Milcom says, a watch for every occasion and a car as well. Amen to that. Taking Connie out, or when I'm, driving through the city, I have my STI, and when it's me time, I take the Rubicon out and just get lost somewhere, you know what I mean? With some really bad coffee. Copycat says, sup, what's going on? Some loser just told me that I need to cut my beard. No. I bet you could get a pretty penny for that Jeep. I probably could. And what's funny is when I park places, like if I park at a gas station or something when I'm coming off the trail, like it happens once a month. Someone will offer to buy it, and I'll get notes on my windshield with phone numbers asking to buy the Jeep. Never. I will never sell my Jeep. Unless it's like $56,000. Then I can get a Creator IG2. Just kidding. What's my next watch? Ooh, that's a good question. I have a few next watches, guys. As you know, I just picked up the blue Alpinist. That was a watch I was not anticipating buying. I did not think I was going to get that watch because I didn't know it existed. And then when it showed up, I had to have it. So what? I don't know. Let me think. I'll get back to you. Let me think. I might just have to surprise you guys. Freedom Van says daily lifted T4R weekend 2003 G35 coupe. Nice man. Andrew says full-time single father needs a daily driver JKU. LOL. Hey man, I'm kind of jealous that you got the JKU because I love the TJ. Don't get me wrong, but man, JKUs are badass, and being a single father, a badass too. All the power to you. God bless. But dude, having a JKU with 4 doors, that's amazing. To go overlanding or to go camping or something, to have all that extra space would be incredible. So yeah, I am kind of jealous about that. I've slept in this Jeep before, but It's not ideal. Robert Sanchez says, "Hey Jory, just noticed my blue Alpinist is coming via UPS." Heck yeah, man. Guys, I'm thinking I'm gonna get a roof rack for my TJ because I think I want to get that Wii Boost antenna, and the best way to, pretty much the only way to mount it is on a roof rack. And plus, I want to carry more gear so I can make more content for the Time Away channel, to do like camping stuff so that I can have a roof tent and stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome, dude, to have my channel transform into more of my like outdoorsy interests. Cowboy says, "You need it, T3." Andrew says, "Do it." I'd love to do it, man. Reading comments. BM Basel World, anything you're looking forward to? Any predictions? I already filmed an episode. It is being edited. You will see my Basel World predictions. I focus on 3 companies. Can you guess the 3 companies I focus on? They're the 3 companies everyone wants to know about. I'll give you a hint. It's Seiko, Tudor, and Rolex. So, already filmed. I filmed it last week. My Basel World 2019 predictions. So yeah, it's gonna be sick. Why Freedom Van? Why no love for the FJ? I don't like the FJ. Don't like independent front suspension. I think it kind of looks. I don't like the looks. I don't like how they did the front circular headlights with the grill, trying to be like a Jeep Liberty. Um, yeah, but pretty much it's just independent front suspension that I think is uh, it's nice for daily driving for sure. It's way better for daily driving. But yeah, William J. Jory would never pick a single watch. What does that mean? What does that mean? Edgar Salas, certified T3 bot. You can get a new Tudor Submariner as your next watch. I suppose I could, but I won't. Thomas Burnett says, Jory, do you really think it was worth paying the premium for a blue Alpinist? So it is a little bit of a premium if you paid, even if you paid retail at $600. It's more money than the Sarbo 17 was released at, right? Sarbo 17 was hovered around $400 initially, and this new blue Alpinist was at 600. So there is a bit of a premium there. What I will say is I can't tell anybody what is worth it for them. Okay. I, as a, like, I am a Seiko fanboy, I suppose. But most importantly, I'm a huge Alpinist fan. I love the Alpinist. So for me, $600, I got some motorcycles. Woo! Got Sons of Anarchy out here. So for me, $600 was a fine price point. Okay, for my collection, I love the Alpinist. I love Seiko. I wanted to have that watch. Now, like I said in my first video, ranting about it, I was not willing to pay above that. It would not be worth it above that. Um, and again, everyone has different spending habits, different income. So yeah, I can't tell what's valuable to them. I can only tell you why I chose to. 600, fine. Above that, supporting resellers and scalpers, heck no. Illuminati, what's going on? He says, why no likes, guys? Heck yeah, Illuminati. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Great Loco says, I wouldn't wear an Alpinist even if free, green or blue. Awesome. You're now banned from the channel. Oh, this coffee's bad. William J says, someone asked what you'd pick if you could only have one. Only have one what? I assume it's a watch, but from which company? Brian LP, certified T3 bot. Harley riders going by. Andrew, certified T3 bot, says, pump up the likes. Six Killer says, you should have banned the coffee. You want to know my biggest purchasing mistake? It was this freaking coffee right now. Yeah. Would I ever buy a Jaguar? An E-Type. Yeah. An E-Type Jag for sure. Taekwondo Chad. A Harley Idol sounds like potato, 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 potato. Brian LP, certified T3 bot, says, one watch? Don't buffer Jory with this choice, folks. He's only human. Why do I keep drinking this? Because it's coffee. Next car, he says E-Type Jag. Yeah, right. Like, oh my God. Could you imagine daily driving an E-Type on Los Angeles roads? The worst roads ever. I know British people are like, oh, English roads, terrible. No. Drive in Los Angeles, dude. Your feelings will come out. But yeah, I would love to have an E-Type Jag. Gorgeous. Chico, have a Sebastian T. We ever buy a porn watch? No, but go ahead and check out my newest episode, guys. The Strange World of Erotic Urology. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again. Jason Greaves says, can someone get Jory a decent coffee for the love of God? He's looking weaker by the second. I know, man. Starbucks did me dirty. It was bad. This is bad. Gotta get that caffeine. Can you guys see me? Let me know if you can see me. Can you see me? Okay, cool. While you were away, some stuff happened. Really exciting stuff while you were away. While you were away, I took the label off my bad coffee, and then the force with which the adhesive came off shooketh me, and the coffee spilled a little bit. So, yeah, just hard hitting content I'm giving you guys. I spilled a little bit of this bad coffee, and I don't. But yeah, sorry. Casio Edifice. Oh my God, everyday tech. People used to write to me all the time when I started my channel. The Seiko Tuna? The Casio Edifice is just as tough. Totally different watch, guys. Totally different watch. Dean, see this coffee smells okay. It tastes like burning. I'm just kidding. It's not is not bitter or smoky or deep. Um, it's bad. They sweetened it, but not enough so that it tastes like sweet coffee. They sweetened it just enough so it's like gross. Does that make sense? I Dude, it said cold. Look, it said black, and then this sticker said cold brew in big letters. It said black, and then look in this small fine print. Always, dude, the fine print. That's where it gets you. In the fine print, it says sweetened. It's always the freaking fine print, dude. Man, Matt Barnett, what's your favorite cuisine? Probably my mom's cooking. Not even probably, for sure, my mom's cooking. My mom's the best cook. Vintage Weiler watches. Have you heard of them? I have not. I'm so sorry. Illuminati, have a good weekend, bro. Ooh, Death Wish coffee. Magnifique. Uh, Nothing like home cooking, Matt. Exactly right, bro. Sebastian T, have a good one. Looks like beer. Just drinking a beer on the side of the road, my Jeep. So Reginald Pennybottom says, Good Saturday, Joy. Last week you spoke of a spring drive as a complication. I think I agree with you, but I'd love to hear you elaborate a bit. Yours in infamy, Sir R.T. Pennybottom. So, spring drive as a complication. I think the spring drive movement is one of the most, it's similar to a tourbillon and different. So, tourbillon is very interesting to look at. It's very mechanically impressive. Uh, Yada yada yada. Doesn't really do much. Okay, it keeps it regulated no matter what direction it's in. Whatever. Um, the spring drive movement is very captivating to look at because it is literally the highest beat you can get because it never beats. Right? It's just one continuous motion. It's just ghosting, coasting, floating, gliding across the dial. So it's very, very impressive when you see it. Even more so in person. When the Grand Seiko boutique came here in Beverly Hills, I was just staring at the spring drive snowflakes like in awe. It's incredible. Um, there is some functionality, right? It's regulated via quartz. Um, it's just an incredibly envisionary, um, accurate, but also beautiful uh, complication. And I think honestly, leave it up to Seiko to have that detail. The Japanese, as a people, very detail oriented, but also they put a premium on beauty, right? It is functional, but it's masked under like supreme detail and beauty. And I think that's, um, I don't mean this to be insensitive, and I'm not trying to, you know, speak generally about a culture, but something about function, detail being covered and putting a premium on beauty, it's just very Japanese to me. And I mean that as a compliment. I mean that as a huge compliment. So I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Someone asked me if this is a Jeep. Yes, it is a Jeep. It's a Rubicon. Would I ever get a Grand Seiko Snowflake? Yes, I would. You know, that was going to be a watch I got when the boutique opened, and I was going to pull the trigger on it, but then um, a J14070 kind of just showed up, and so I had to buy that Grand Seiko instead because um, it's beautiful. Uh, and that's a watch I wanted. First Japanese chronometer grade watch, first Grand Seiko ever made. That was much more important to me as a Seiko collector to have than the Snowflake. Jack asks if my next watch is going to be the Grand Seiko Snowflake. I think it could be. Here's my issue, guys, and I want to run this by you. I I kind of got two white watches in succession. I got the Rolex Explorer 2 16570 Polar, beautiful white dial. Then Connie, as a gift, got me the Seiko Fuyugashiki with that beautiful blizzard dial. So, would it be okay to also get another white watch that is the Grand Seiko Snowflake? So that's my question to you guys as my viewers and fellow collectors. What do you think? Taekwondo Chad says, all right, going for a rip in the Subi. Speaking of Japanese beauty, Leda Gata. Have a good one, man. Ray Q, certified key 3 bot says, why not? Get it if you want it. I do. I do want it. I think it's a beautiful watch. Grand Seiko Snowflake. I want to get a big boy watch, another big boy watch. I'm turning 30 in June, guys. When I mentioned that, some smart aleck in the comment section's like, oh, 30? I thought you were like 40. I would love a Grand Seiko Snowflake. It's just that it's another white dial watch. Victor says, Jory, not gonna sell the Blue Alpinist. Get the Grand Seiko. I'm not gonna sell the Blue Alpinist because number one, I'm not a reseller. And number two, that's kind of an important part of my collection. Watch Lounge with the super chat. He says, here's coffee. Here's some money towards better coffee. Thank you so much, guys. What I'm going to do when I leave, I'm going to use that $2 and get myself some proper black coffee. None of this fine print. See, it says black and then it says sweetened. What the heck? Black, then sweetened. Someone says they lost me again. I hope that you guys can see. Sergatron says 30th doesn't sound too bad. Or he says Snowflake for my 30th doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. What watch I should get for my 30th birthday. That would be interesting. Azad says you should drink tea, good man. I do drink tea. I drink a lot of oolong tea. Connie is American, but she's of Chinese descent. So believe me, we have a lot of tea in the house. She is a bit of a tea connoisseur. Brenman says, makes sense. Black coffee with sugar, no creamer. Yeah, typically when people say coffee black, they mean nothing. At least around everywhere I've grown up. When people say black coffee, it means straight, nothing. So it's kind of weird to see coffee black sweetened. Doesn't really make sense. Chen, ever try boba? Did you not hear me? Connie is Chinese. We have boba every weekend. Probably tonight we'll go get some boba. Andrew says, for your 30, do something adventurous, new, like scuba, etc. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Get out there, do something I haven't experienced. That'd be awesome. But I am a watch collector and I am the time teller, so I think for my 30th I should probably celebrate by getting a watch, right? Matt says, sub date or no date? I prefer date. I'm a guy that loves the Cyclops. I have a Submariner 16800 with a date. Andrew says, yeah, man, live life. Live your life. Reading comments. SoCal watch reviews. What's going on, man? William J says, Jory, thanks for the Hamilton recommendation you made. I've had my Khaki King champagne for a week, and now I'm loving it. Tracking within negative 1.5 seconds a day. Dude, that's incredible. Enjoy it, man. Great watch. Malcolm says, on your 30th, celebrate by going to Japan and getting your snowflake. Man, that would be an incredible trip. One of my goals is to go to Japan and buy a Seiko. I think that'd be really fun. Thing is, Seikos in Japan are actually quite expensive. TS Vrooman, I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. It says, just subscribed. How many watches in your collection? Some would say too many. Some would say not enough. Cowboy Song says, LOL, what about a Vacheron for your 30th? Well, Vacheron is amazing, and they're my favorite out of the Holy Trinity, but if I'm going to spend Vacheron money, probably going to pick up the Creeder IHE2 before I pick up the Vacheron. Zach, I will do a state of the collection, probably not in the near future. William J says, I can die now. Jory said my name. Don't die, though. Probably. Don't die. Dean says, I say not enough. Mark Klein, certified T3 bot, says, Jory, have you mastered the use of chopsticks? Yeah, every time we eat, Connie always mentions, even still, Connie always mentions how proud she is of me. I'm very good with the chopsticks. I've even mastered the chopstick spoon. So if I'm eating like soupy noodles, I got that down. I can dual wield, people. Andrew Seiko seems to be going with the Cyclops lately. Yes, they are probably. They've been using more magnifiers for sure. What's your favorite Longa? Probably the new Datograph salmon dial that they released at SIHH 2019. I think it's gorgeous. The light blue Grand Johnny Watch 24/7 says light blue Grand Seiko is my favorite. Awesome Q&A, bro. Johnny Watch is out. Have a good one, man. Brian LP certified T3 bot says VC Patrimony Traditionnel. That is the only tourbillon that I would want in my collection right now. Is the Vacheron Constantin Patrimony Traditionnel tourbillon. I think that's an amazing, amazing watch. Brian LP, Jory, are you craving hot pot? Brian, I'm always craving hot pot. Might get hot pot tonight. I'm always craving hot pot. Oh my god. I almost dropped the F-bomb. I'm going to put this down for a sec. Guys, this is probably going to be a long stream. Or else, I mean, my phone might die, but... Cowboy Swami, is the Explorer 2 your favorite in your collection? No, it's not. What is my favorite watch in my collection right now? Rolex 1500 is very important to me because it's my first Rolex, and it is maybe the perfect watch all around. Sub 40 millimeter, threaded crown, 100-meter water resistance rating. It's a Rolex. It's an automatic. It's beautiful. It's simple. It's pristine. That's up there. But also my Sarbo 17 Alpinist, man. I'm not even kidding. You know, I'm going to make a video talking about this, but I'm going to fill you guys in because you guys are so nice to join me on the Saturday. So you guys kind of get sneak peeks on my on my views, but the Sarbo 17 is kind of that case is very, very similar to an oyster case. It wears incredibly similar to an Oyster. And that's why I make the comparison with the Sarbo 17 to watches like the Rolex 1500. Something about the roundness of the Oyster case, or, well, yes, the roundness of the Oyster case and how it flows into lugs, and also the way the Sarbo 17's case rolls into the lugs. They wear very similarly. So, Sarbo 17 is also very important. Connie gave it to me, so that's also, that has a lot to do with it as well. Um, so Explorer 2 is a very cool watch in my collection. I love it. I'm not gonna sell it, but yeah, but it's not my favorite. Jack Q, guys. Jack Q. I'm not trying to put you on blast here, but Jack Q says, any impressive and affordable watch? Jack, that's literally the whole point of this channel. Please watch more of my videos. There's way too many to list. Pretty much once a week, I do videos listing best affordable watches in some certain category. That's literally the point of this channel. TDY Ranger, do it, man. 1601, a date just, birth year. Yeah, man, go for it. Andrew says, yeah, I was thinking he was going to say the tuna. Um, Guys, this is one of those situations where I'm told to pick certain watches, and then that means that because I haven't mentioned other watches that I dislike those watches. If a watch is in my collection, it means I love it. So it's hard to pick favorites, but yeah, there's some that, stand out a bit to me. Zach recently bought a Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical upon your recommendation. Dude, that is a great watch. One of my favorite watches of all time. I think every watch collector needs a Hamilton Khaki in their collection. Malcolm says, need to step away, forgive my lapse of moderation responsibilities. It's all right, dude. You're doing a good job. 30-year-old boomer says, what's your hottest take you have about watches? Something that's really unpopular. Another very common theme of this channel. I have a lot of pretty unpopular opinions. Um, I'm, I have a lot of unpopular opinions, guys. I think the Oyster Perpetual, the current Oyster Perpetual, is boring. I think that, oh my God, so much is going in my head. I think the Seiko Monster is kind of ugly. I know it's going to get me in trouble. I think the Seiko Samurai is an ugly watch that they shouldn't have made. All these are pretty unpopular opinions. I think yes, Robert Sanchez, your hate of Tudor. I think it's not Tudor as a whole that I dislike. It's that Tudor can't make anything but the Black Bay. I think the Black Bay is a boring, overrated watch. That's a very unpopular opinion nowadays. Again, because the popular opinion is that the Black Bay is the second coming of the Messiah. Let's see. I could go on. I think that the current Rolex cases are an absolute disservice to Rolex. I think Rolex is very, very stupid to have switched to these huge chunky lugs. Something very interesting about Rolex. Excuse me. I have another Jeep just waved at me. I have 7.5-inch wrists. Okay, they're larger than average. All right. However, Rolex does a very good job making watches wear larger than they are. So when I wear my 31, 32 inch, 31 millimeter bubble back, and I put it on the wrist, people I take a picture of it, people think it's, you know, closer to 35, 36 millimeter, 34 millimeter. That's not the case. It's a little watch, but it wears bigger than it is. It's much more usable, much more functional. Another thing, the 40 millimeter, my 16800, my 16570, even my 1500, that's 30, that is 34 millimeters. They wear a little bit bigger than they are. So why then move to these huge, chunky, squared off, oversized cases, knowing that your watches already wear bigger than they are? So when you put on that Submariner with that disgusting case, it looks freaking huge. The Submariner was supposed to be a very, I'm yelling and there's like hikers over there. The Submariner was supposed to be a very versatile dive watch, an understated dive watch. It wasn't supposed to be a Seiko tune-up. It wasn't supposed to be one of these big chunky watches. It's so dumb. They could have kept, you know what they should have done to add more versatility to their catalog? They should have kept the slim cases on the Submariner, and they should have made the big chunky cases and moved that over to their sea dwellers, their deep seas. That's what they should have done. It would have made the catalog super versatile, but no, they fudged it up. Sorry, guys. Oh, Cowboy Swami, Alpinist over Hammy Khaki. I'm going to make a video about that, comparing the two, because I know a lot of people want to see that. That's a very difficult comparison to make because I love both of those watches. I think collectors should have both of those watches. Personally, I would pick the Alpinist. I know, mind blown. But guys, that little rant, that was a really good question. That little rant should show you that we don't all have to agree. I think that's the best part of any community, is that people have different perspectives, different tastes, and they can all come together and have a good time. So don't let anything I say, um, offend you or perturb you at all. Robert Sanchez, thank you for the super chat. He says, please show some love to the Black Bay. No. Just kidding. Rajesh Singh. I know your last name's Singh, but Raj, I'm just going to call you Raj because I've messed up your name and I'm very sorry. He says, Jory, you're going to do a 360 on the Monster. How about that, man? I think it's a good watch. I think it's a fine watch. It's just, it's ugly to me. That's it. Sanchez is laughing. Freedom Van says, Tudor is such a boring, overpriced brand. I agree. The Pelagos is cool. In fact, I have a video coming out. Someone's leaving. Matt Barnett says, regards, Jory. Got to go. Catch your next stream and look forward to the next video. Have a good one, brother. Milcom says, I like the Black Bay, and it's okay for Jory to be wrong. Raj says, I said name perfectly. Thanks, man. I try. The Watch Lounge with the super chat says, Mega Seamaster over Black Bay. I know personally. I have a Seamaster, don't have a Black Bay. I would never want a Black Bay. Here's why Tudor messed up. Okay, Tudor was once very, very close with Rolex. Years later, nowadays, fast forward. That was my fast forward noise. Tudor's much more independent. They're independent of that. But they keep doing things trying to ride Rolex's coattails. They want to put themselves in a price point and they want to separate themselves from the entry level watches. We're not entry level. We came from Rolex. Oh, but we're separate from Rolex. But we might release a Submariner. It's like, pick one. Pick one. But if you keep releasing different iterations of the Black Bay, people are not going to care eventually. What will Tudor do this Basel World? I have a video talking about it, so I don't want to give it away. I think they could do a few different things. I'll give you one. Do you want me to tell you one prediction of Tudor? If you guys say yes, I'll give you one prediction from Tudor. Cowboy Swami says yes. Let me take a sip of this freaking terrible bone hurting juice. People say yes. Yeah, the Pelagos is a great watch, man. I think that's a really cool watch. Okay, people want Black Bay equals black sweet coffee. Exactly. This is disgusting, man. What happened to just bitter cold? Or I know cold brew is not supposed to be bitter, but what happened to just black? When I say black cold brew, I want black cold brew. I don't want black cold brew in fine print sweetened. It tastes disgusting. All right. People want my one little Bosworld prediction. Again, I'm making a video about this week. It's already been filmed, so I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to give you one prediction. You ready? Drum roll in the comment section. Drum roll, please. Want to see drum roll? Cowboy Swami says drum roll. Dima says drum roll. I think we're going to see a Black Bay date. I think we could see a Black Bay date. I think that's one of the only places that Black Bay has left to go. And I think that could be it. Trying up, he says coffee rants. More coffee rants, please. I love it. Yeah. That's one of my predictions, guys. Black Bay. Mark Klein, do I ever get upset with watchmakers since the crown is on the right side of the watch, easier for the right hand and no left hand watches? No. I think I'm confused why watchmakers. So okay. I know I always say here's the deal. I took off another label. So now I'm just drinking Red Stripe. It looks like I'm just drinking a Red Stripe. Here's the deal. That's a new catchphrase, I guess, because I always say it, and people are like, "You always say here's the deal." Yeah, well, I'm a deal maker. Okay. Well, okay. I almost lost my train of thought because it's coffee strong, people. I'm just kidding. It's not strong. It's terrible. I'm confused why watchmakers make the crown so that it sticks out for the normal. Okay, so the majority of the world, right? The majority of the world wears their watch on their left wrist because they are right hand dominant. Why would they make the crown stick out? What, so you can set the time while it's on your wrist? You shouldn't do that because it puts pressure on the crown stem and you can break it. That's why they say always wind your watch with the watch off of your wrist. Always set the time with the watch off of your wrist. So for me, as a left-handed person wearing my watch on my right wrist, it makes so much sense for the crown to be here because it protects it from any knocks or any damage. It's so perfect. It is so perfect. I'm grilling hamburgers. Wish I had enough for everyone. Me too, man. Hamburgers sound good. And today I'm eating carbs because it's the weekend. That's right. T3 gets to eat some carbs. I'm already inadvertently eating some from this freaking black coffee cold brew that happens to be sweetened. Leroy Screwballs, hello from England. The carb teller. Amen. This is disgusting. You know, pizza. they say pizza is like, well, this is a family channel. They say pizza's pretty good because even when it's bad, it's still decent. You know what I mean? Like when pizza's good, it's good, and when pizza's bad, it's still kind of good. Coffee is not that way. Coffee isn't that way at all. When it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. Patrick Petito says, "Hey, just throwing it out there. Stop drinking it." I can't because I do my live stream until I'm done with my coffee. Brian LP, certified teacher bot, says sushi isn't like pizza. When it's bad, you're dead. That's very true, man. Ugh, you can get parasites with that. Great Loco. See you later, bro. Leroy says, "Are you drinking medicine there?" No, I'm drinking coffee. I don't know how. Can you see me? I can see. That's War Pig. Guys, if you're still buffering, hit refresh. I'm in Area 51, Leroy. I'm exploring some experimentation sites. My War Pig. Man, I freaking love this Jeep. Enhance, enhance, enhance. They always do that on like TV shows like X Files or um, like Law and Order. There's some like terrible uh, like security camera footage, and they're always able to like enhance, 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 and then it turns into like a perfect picture. Um, Another person asked me my least expensive watch that I wear. SKX 007. I wear that all the time. Wear that all the dang time. I wear that all the time. Is the Jeep blue or black? Right now it's brown. If your Jeep isn't mud colored, then you're doing it wrong. It's blue. It's midnight blue is the color. Someone asked what I think it might have been Milcom. Someone asked what watch I wear to pair with my Jeep when I really want to feel badass. Patrick Petito, have a good one, brother. Good luck with that beverage. I will. With my Jeep, I typically like wearing. Oh, Milcom says he can't take credit for that. Um, for that question. Okay, I don't know who asked me that question. Robert Sanchez, you should do an off-roading video. I will. At the Time Away channel, subscribe to Time Away. The Time Away channel is going to be dedicated to my outdoors, like my hobbies, a lot of my hobbies, and it's going to be very Jeep oriented. The banner on that channel is actually me with my Jeep. So, it's difficult to live stream when I'm up here because, as you guys know, it's not, I don't get great service. I'm definitely going to invest in that WeBoost system so that I can boost my cellular strength. But I'm going to do more content of my hobbies. Yeah, Dean, for sure. And Caleb says, "Hey Jory, sorry about the 350Z. I was asking for your car, didn't know it was a 370." Yes, I had a 370Z. It was a track build. It was really fun. It was very stiff. Connie did not like driving in it because it was gutted and loud, and again, it was a track build, so any little crack in the road was like, duk, 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 duk. But that thing handled. But now I have an STI Limited, and that thing rips. Jiu-jitsu and Jeeps at the same time. That'd be nuts. But anyway, subscribe to the Time Away channel. I'm going to do gear reviews. I'm going to do reviews on my Jeep. I'm going to do a Jeep walk around. We're going to do camping videos. We're going to do cowboy cooking. We're going to do everything that I like to do, with the exception of one thing that I can't talk about on YouTube. All Jensen says, "You said you love your Sarbo 17 more than the SPB 089 because the Sarbo 17 was the first and the one you fell in love with. Are there any watches you never wear that I own?" Dima says, "What's cowboy cooking?" Who knows? Cowboy cooking, like cooking outside. Are there any watches I own but don't wear much? Yes, unfortunately, my Grand Seiko J14070 I don't wear unless it's like special occasions, because that watch is very vulnerable to even moisture. It's vulnerable. So right now it's like a rainy season in California, and so it's been raining. It stopped raining right now, but it was raining earlier. It's been raining for the past like 3 weeks straight, so I'm not wearing that. My Hamilton Doctor watch I don't wear much. Again, very old. My great grandfather's Elgin, I don't wear much. I just got it serviced and repaired, but that movement is very fragile. So I don't wear that much. But again, that's my great grandfather's watch, so of course I'm going to keep that in my collection. But my Rolexes, even my bubble back, I wear that regularly. My Seikos, of course, I rely on that. So. Cowboy Swami, are any knives on the Tom Way channel? Absolutely. Benchmade Vex, first production, 202 out of 1,000. Excuse me, 202 out of 1,000. And yeah, I've had this watch for a really long time. They don't make it anymore, and it is like shaving sharp. This keeps such a good edge. Brian LP, so how about that Jeep watch pairing? So sorry. So when I really want to feel badass, I William J says no, it's not a Spyderco. Real quick, everybody thinks this watch is, or this watch. What channel am I on? Everybody thinks this knife is a Spyderco because of the hole, the spider hole. It is in fact a Benchmade. There was actually a lawsuit between Benchmade and Spyderco for this design. Spyderco ended up losing that battle because they realized they couldn't really patent a hole. They couldn't really copyright a hole. But this is, yeah, amazing. The knife teller. Yeah, it's a Spyderco homage. So when I really want to feel tough in my Jeep, you would think I'd pick my Tuna, right? Because the Tuna is on a NATO strap. It's like a bulletproof watch. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing piece. However, I really like the idea of being in my Jeep with a field watch. So I'm testing this little buddy out right now. This Boulder Venture Titanium Jet Black. Really like it. So far, it's very durable. It's a Boulder, so I have no question that it's going to be well made. I really like Boulder. But one of my favorite watches to wear in the Jeep is actually my Boulder Expedition right now. I really like the Boulder Expedition. G-Shocks would be great. I'm thinking maybe a G-Shock Mudmaster also. You guys are saying that in the comment section because mud. Yeah, and there's some definite functionality with the Mudmaster as well. Cowboy Swami, love Benchmade, but I won't buy them ever. I know why. I can't talk about it on YouTube. I understand the controversy with Benchmade, and it was huge bummer. However, more choppers going by. However, I had this well before any of that unfortunate, super stupid stuff came out. So yes, I'm with you guys. Not that kind of chopper. I'm talking about motorcycle chopper, not a. James K. Amen. Jory is with us. I am with you guys. I know what you're talking about, but YouTube doesn't like talking about that stuff. And yeah, I'm wearing this on a wrist candy wash Club NATO, of course. Mark Klein says frozen pizza sucks and it's bad. You know what? I have a little list that I made about frozen pizzas that I liked and disliked, and I might have to bring that to the Time Away channel because I'm a bit of a connoisseur. But I don't eat pizza during the week because I have to keep my girlish figure. Guys, I've lost almost 40 pounds since I started the channel. So, there. Mohammed, what's your opinion on recent watch YouTubers? I'm pretty recent, Mohammed. I've only been on YouTube just over a year and a half, about 17 months. So actually, just under 2 years. But I don't have any opinion on any other YouTubers because I don't think it's fair to talk about. Uh, uh, I don't think it's fair to talk about other people's livelihoods, other people's channels. I wouldn't appreciate them talking about me if they don't know me, and I don't talk about other people because I don't know them. So yeah. Andrew says, watch one of your older videos, Jory, and you can tell looking great. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Jiu-jitsu's helping. Changed up my powerlifting training, but most importantly, changed up my diet. Been carb backing, so no carbs Monday through Friday, and then on the weekend, I just introduce carbs back into my diet. I just eat normally. And the cool thing is that because I'm depleted throughout the week, I can't really go crazy on the weekends because the carbs fill up my stomach very quickly. So as much as I'd like to eat, a whole pizza, eat whatever I want, I get full very fast because the carbs take up a lot of room in my stomach. So, yeah, in about 4 months, I've lost like 40 pounds. It's really crazy, guys. So I think thanks to jiu-jitsu, thanks to obviously my training, and thanks to my diet. Freedom Van, good job, brother. Raj says, keep it going, Jory. Great effort. Thank you so much, man. Campers Ahoy says, do you have any specific weight goal? Yeah, I do. So in powerlifting, I was in the 242s. I got above that. In my old age. No, when I was older, in my later 20s, I got up into the 260s, and I was like 267. And so I told myself by uh, my birthday, by my 30th birthday, I wanted to be back down into the 230s, and I'm actually already there. So I exceeded my expectation, but I'd like to just be in the 230s like I am now. I feel comfortable. Still very strong, very competitive, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I go slow with my weight loss though, because I don't want to compromise my strength. William says, "Have Connie hold your beard on the scale." Yeah, she's got to take the pounds away. So you guys crack me up. Uh-oh, my phone's telling me that it is dying. No, 100 minutes, guys. All right. I pretty much killed this. I'm going to go ahead and kill this. Oh my God. You know the beard, guys, I could be a swimmer with it, but it's kind of the fear factor in jiu-jitsu also. People don't want to go up against a guy that has a beard, especially when I'm sweating. I look scary. I'm just kidding. It's not the fear factor. I do it because I like it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the Saturday live stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Here in the mountains, I want to show you like driving around and stuff. Unfortunately, didn't work out because of the lack of signal. Again, hopefully I can get that Wii Boost system in the near future. And yeah, we can have a live stream over the mountains. But thank you for sticking with me. Sorry that it was kind of disjointed with the buffering and all of that. But love you guys. Thank you so much. Remember, get out of your comfort zone. I know it's already in the afternoon. It's almost 1:20 over here. But get out of your comfort zone. Do something that makes you a little scared, makes you a little nervous. It will pay off. I promise. If there's that special someone you've been wanting to talk to, please go ahead and do it. It'll be worth it. I promise. Also, don't go a second without telling someone you love them. I will start it off. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this blessed weekend, this amazing weekend. Have a great time. Be safe. And I love you. All right. God bless. Have a good one, guys. Oh, wait. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller.